Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. We are at one of the most famous venues in all of golf. It is the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. You know it well, the famous Island 17th. Rich Lerter alongside Frank Nobilo, and it has really grown in stature through the years, hasn't it, Frank?
It has. I think people have got to know the venue, the various holes, and actually on that subject, 17, which you've already just referenced. Remember, this is the one hole on this golf course that was designed by, not Pete, but his wife Alice. They'd designed 17 holes, but they needed one more, and they tried to fit one in between 16 and 18. And Pete Dye, when he was talking to his wife, said, "I'm stuck." And his wife said, "Why not just put one out there, a little island green?" Pete Dye said it would never work. Well, in this situation, Alice was right.
Alice, a great player in her own right, an amateur champion. This is the home not only to the Players' Championship, but also headquarters to the PGA Tour. That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Frank, the approach shot here at the par 4 first, what's the right way to attack?
The much easier flag is down that right side because you can run that ball with the slope to that low side. Tough flag on the left.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. -1, getting early going. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those. I'm loving that balance.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Second from an excellent lie. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Getting set now over the putt. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So 2 under early on. This will be a birdie if it drops. Just like that, now at 2 under. Now the par 3 third.
Not overly long, but 2 is a rarity here. Difficult green, and you don't see a lot of tee shots actually finish close here for some unknown reason.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Second shot, good look at the green. And getting ready for the putt. close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Shouldn't be a problem here. Nice par to remain at 2 under. To -2 early in the round. Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of two evils is to be in the bunker on the right. Ah, nice.
Looks good. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, this approach shot here at the 4th is not a long one, but it could end up disastrous.
It can. You have to be very aware of where these mounds are on this green.
Good-looking shot right here. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Well, we'll never know if that had gone in, because it never made it.
This from 7 feet. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yeah, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
Did the job right there. 5th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter. The long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
You want to get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer clear of trouble. Though, with bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could make birdies.
It really is a case of mind over matter when you look at those holes. You're right. If you took away the water, you'd think they're 3 nice holes. But it wouldn't be the same. You intimidate the player as he plays 15. He's well aware of the finishing 3 holes. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. He's hit the green, but his work is by no means finished. A difficult putt coming up from about 25 feet. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
You'd like that one again.
Kind of a tricky read. This is a 13-footer.
Just seems an absolute waste. Got to take your time.
These putts keep the round together. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? Has this to save par. Nice par to remain 3 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So with that, the score is now at even par.
Hole number 6, I really like this hole, Frank. It's fun, par 4.
Yeah, very claustrophobic tee shot, heading through that chute to the fairway. Starts to open up and then it sort of shrinks in again because of all the palm trees around this green. But very short par 4. So if you're good with a wedge, good chance for 3.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice, high, lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees.
Good swing, good shot yet again. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Just the tap in to finish the hole. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. Most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
And this is looking really good.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Has the putt, and now at -1.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Frank, this is the way you draw it up. This is how the game's supposed to be played.
Yeah, so far, everything going according to plan.
That will be a great look at birdie. we moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. And getting ready for the putt. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 ninth hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 than 2. Gone are the days where it was a true three-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen. The great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
And now the second shot here at this par 5.
Second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Good-looking shot right here. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Now the third shot here at the 9th, Frank.
Another very narrow green. Not that distance left and a low portion on the right.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Bottom of the barrel, and now the 2 under. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees. It's no snack, though. A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
So a tester from 4 feet. Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. A good effort and a good par putt. Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, a good chance to attack the flag.
Oh, I liked that.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Second from an excellent lie. All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left, and it's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, the scoring club is in hand now. Chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, coming from that left side, you've got a full view of this green, and you can see the mounds too. Use the mounds to your advantage.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
That is a phenomenal roll, Frank.
From downtown.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old links, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, drive down the right side.
Yeah, and it certainly opens up. Now you've got a full view of the flag, and this is birdie time. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
This is an 11-foot putt.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Putt for par. He needs one. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Clean this up with a tap. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Settles in over the putt. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. 3 under on the day. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
That's in the fairway.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt. in the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. That looked doomed for that.
This is the second shot at the par 4. That was a solid strike and a good result. Third shot, looking for a good one. Getting set now over the putt. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Good effort and a good par putt. Just a little tap in here. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 5th hole seems to have knocked him off course just a bit. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich. There's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Challenging shot now from 180 yards. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You have to like that. 4 under. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player, when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5. I'm loving that balance.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Birdie try up next. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, also.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Has it for par, stays at -5. Building something very special, 12 under par. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Now his final approach shot of the day, just wants to go out in style.
One more good swing.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Settles in over the putt. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. These putts keep the round together. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey.
This to surrender, only one shot. That is disappointing. She just hit it a bit too long.
Well, we forget really how well ladies swing the club at times too. They have the same problems that men do. You hit it too well, it's not going to stop.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. New course to most of the golfers on tour, this challenging layout just opened in 2015. Today we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobila will be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point.
Another great design from Brian Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some excellent choice of holes, and you're going to see the changes in elevation. You get this on a windy day, and of course 7,700 yards will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
Par 4 seventh here at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards. Frank, are you unhappy if you walk out of here with anything other than a birdie?
I think we'll see all sorts of different scores here, Rich. If you hit the fairway, then obviously you're definitely going to be looking at birdie. But you stray or hit the wrong club off the tee, that's really what this hole's about. It's about club selection. You could hit a multitude of clubs off this tee.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That's a bogey. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here. And this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
And he's made it onto the green now. Just a couple of feet. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. We move to the 9th hole, and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard, and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work.
That's an absolute beauty.
But he's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Could it be?
Rich, it's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. So 9 holes down here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Checking out this 10th hole, Frank. Is this a typo? 592 yards, but it's a par 4, not a par 5. What gives?
The reason why that tee shot, severe elevation, so we can at least sort of chew 30 or 40 yards off that number. But I'm not saying this hole's short, that's for sure. So that bunker just at the start of the fairway on the left certainly comes into play. The other feature, or interesting feature here at 10, is the shared green. This green shares that little piece of property with 13, just divided by that little pot bunker in the middle.
Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Don't forget the final round comes your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, so long for now. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo here today calling the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point. And Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent, Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England.
15th hole, and Frank, a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Now the second shot to the par 5.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
Little uphill to this green, Frank. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. And getting ready for the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. So for Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're here in the state of Massachusetts on a magnificent fall day. TPC Boston, the site for the action. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
It was built in 2002, Rich. Had some changes over the years with Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon, but it's certainly been a staple on the PGA Tour. It was first played a tournament there back in 2003. Adam Scott got his first win on the PGA Tour, and since 2007 has been a part of the FedEx playoffs.
It's a part of 72. See if you can break the course record today. It's only 61, held by Vijay Singh and Mike Weir.
Yeah, just a 61. Big golf course. And with that 18th hole, well, we'll see if you can get 11 under on the 18th tee. That'll be a little bit of a difference.
Really exciting finishing hole here at TPC Boston. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Nice birdie and a nice little move on the leaderboard, getting to 2 under par. Frank, I don't think they've come up yet with an EA Sports Bass Fishing Challenge, and this wouldn't be the time to do it, would it? 16th hole.
We might see a few people fishing for their golf ball, though. Big mound in the middle of this green. You don't have to go directly at the flag when it's on the left. You can use that mound to kick the ball around.
Frank, the Deutsche Bank Championship, certainly one of the most important events of the season.
Yeah, it's one of the few there that has a regular home, so you know what to expect. Very important, too, that second event on the roster of the FedEx Cup playoffs. So a good finish here, and then there's a good chance you'll make the Tour Championship.
Frank, it's fitting that one of America's greatest sports towns, Boston, has one of the most important championships of the year on tour.
And the fact that it's the second event on the FedEx Cup playoffs makes it so much more important.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Down the hill from here, Frank, probably going to go with one club less.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
On to the finishing hole here at TPC Boston. What can we expect, Frank?
Drive down the left side, and then it's all about the second shot. Great drive.
Came right out of the middle of the bat. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, that looked good to me. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Did the job right there. So that concludes round one. Frank, what's the mindset after this first day?
Well, the important thing is just try and play smart, get a feel for the golf course. That's what you try and do on the opening round. And now that the players have seen it, we should see some better scores tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Always nice to be in New England at this time of year at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. We're about 25 miles south of Beantown, and this is a really good-looking golf course, Frank.
It is. It looks much older than what it is. It was first established just at the start of the new millennium, originally designed by Arnold Palmer. But it got that older look from Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon. But also, too, you know, if you're racking up a few points out there, or score, should I say, remember Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, just down the road.
Set to go. Frank, what's ahead on this first hole?
It's not overly long, Rich. There's no real need to hit a driver off that first tee. It's more about the second shot. Big gaping bunker, just short and left of this green.
Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
Par 5, second hole, 540 yards. Birdie opportunity, Frank?
birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
Second shot.
Frank, long gone are the days when you putted with a simple blade. Now you look down and there's a frying pan on the end of a shaft.
Yeah, it looks like grandma's skillet these days. That's what it is. But, putters are like drivers. What they've done with the technology is given you a bigger sweet spot. Even though putting is very, very precise, if you give a person a bigger sweet spot, he's going to make more putts.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Hole number 3 here at TPC Boston. It is a par 3. Frank, are you happy walking off with par here?
Well, if you've birdied the first 2 holes, there's a chance here to be greedy.
Frank, it's one thing to make good contact. It's another to make a good decision in terms of what club to hit.
Yes, so often people want to try and hit the ball the exact number. But if that flag is right on the front, you have all that green behind it. You can use all of that. There's nothing in the game that says, maybe I should just take another club. And
Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Going to have to regroup now after that double bogey. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. Even par through the early portion of this second round. Frank, not a bad spot.
Yeah, sort of rocking on ready, sitting on go. That's what it looks like right now.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Safely on the dance floor.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Back on the tee here at the 5th, Frank, this one is not drivable.
Oh, that's for sure. Two bunkers. The one that most of the players really worry about is the one down the left side. 300 yards to carry that.
That's in the fairway. Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit. That's a big green. He's managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Third round coverage comes your way tomorrow on EA Sports with Frank Nobilo and our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live third round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in on our featured golfer here at the first. Warm-ups are done, first 2 rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for too in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. you're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game.
Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart, pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down?
Very much so.
Excellent looking shot here. Now that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Here at the par 5 second hole, just over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a three-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle the little hook out there and have a go at it for two?
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Settles in over the putt. And he makes it for par. So we started with a short par 4, then the par 5 second, now a par 3 here at the third, Frank.
Got an L-shaped green just protected by that bunker on the right, so be very careful where that flag's located. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Here now with a par 4 fourth, and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards, and a par 4. You thinking about driving the green?
Only the faint of heart won't go for this green.
No complaints there. In the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Good chance now after that approach shot for a birdie.
Oh, he was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Did the job right there. Frank, what's a player feeling knowing they have one more round to go and they could have a chance at making a run and maybe win this thing?
No, it's a great feeling, Rich. At this point, really, it's just about whether you can handle the nerves. You know everybody up there is going to be feeling them.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left, 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Mark and birdie on the card. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Chance for back-to-back.
Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole.
Has this now for bogey.
Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick.
Frank, what's ahead after missing the par 3 here?
Well, a tricky little shot coming up, but really this is a difficult par 3. So if you can get this up and down, it still won't be a lost cause.
And setting up here in the rough. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
That's costly right there.
Painful. Even par currently.
Well, too bad. He gives one back. Just 2 holes left to play here at TPC Boston. Frank, we're on to the 17th, and what can you tell me about this 412-yard par 4?
It looks like a dogleg left, but you don't play it that way. Hit it straight down towards that bunker on the right side. Then the second shot's downhill.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag.
Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. These putts keep the round together. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here?
Beautiful looking shot right here. So still swinging well with confidence right in the fairway here at 18.
Second shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. And getting ready for the putt. You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
For the par. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. So that concludes the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on the tournament?
Rich, I thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players, and we saw some exciting golf out there all across the board.